Hi everyone, welcome again to a new video, and if you're new here, I'm Jolene Willowtree and I am a mother of three. I homeschool, I talk about spirituality, nature, healing and so on. I can't say in one video what I'm all about because I am someone that is interested and open for so many things to talk about that you will just have to come on the journey and explore. Today it's a very windy day and I always feel like nature expresses really like how I feel inside. And in today's video I wanted to talk about the summer. I always make videos in the summer and how the journey went. And in the spring I started like planting all these seeds for a garden full of wildflowers. And I know that it is an expression of who I am inside. I want to be wild and free, and if I could, I would just live in a small cottage in the forest and just let nature be wild and free, just like me. Yet we live in this small city in a too big house for me, but we make the best out of it and we create this wild and free garden so that we still can express that part of us. And through the summer I really felt like connecting with the elements, connecting with nature, and not only the wind, because wind and blowing and speaking from the heart really has been a theme in my life. I also felt like connecting with my wild side, but also with fire and the sun and the light and the colors that come along with summer, the colors of all the flowers that are blooming into my garden, and how it looks when it has been raining and it's getting darker already, but also when it looks on a very sunny, warm day. I have been doing fire rituals and burning old beliefs that I wanted to let go of, and it feels so healing and healthy to do on a full moon. I have been exploring this summer, this season, with all of my senses, and also guided my children to explore this summer with all of their senses. We did go to a beautiful sensory garden where they could play with like outdoor music instruments. Yeah. Because as high sensitive, autistic, or better saying, shamanic, witches, healers, starseeds, highly awakened beings, we are highly sensitive because our third eye is, no, not only our third eye, but all of our senses, including the third eye, is more awakened. So we are more sensitive for all the senses, which can mean and look like we are overwhelmed by sound or light or touch, feeling or inner feelings. We can also be spiritually overwhelmed, but it can also be a nice thing if you're very consciously about it. It can be an amazing healing thing. Every gift can be a curse, but every curse can become a gift. It's the way you look at it. So instead of going into a world that is overwhelming, I decide to respect who I am. And I'm not a person that fills her cup of loud noise, busy places, crowded places, or I don't fill my cup with socializing. I fill my cup by being inside of myself, centered, being in nature, feeling the wind through my hair. My senses need to be in the natural world more to feel healthy and calm and connected. And I think that could be beneficial for everyone, but as high, sensitive, awakened beings, you need more of it. You need more of healthy sensory joy. So when I look at flowers, I have this happy sensory joy of visual stimuli. Or when I smell the flowers or roses, that's one of my most happy places. When I touch the ground, the earth with my bare feet, or just touch the trees, the trunks, and the moss, I feel so much joy. So when we also listen to this music playing outside, the kids were like experimenting with this sound. It can be a sensory joy for the ears. The ears are connected to the womb, and everything that you let into your ear, which is like the form of the womb and the baby inside of it, everything that you let into these senses will also come into your body somewhere and will translate in how you feel and how you heal. So it's very important to consciously choose the senses that you let in. Your visual senses, your taste, your sound, your hearing, your feeling, your smelling, your spiritual senses. What are you letting in? What are you welcoming into your body, into your soul? It's very important to be conscious about it. So this summer really has been an explosion of sensory joy of the sun, the wind, the water, the rain, because I also felt like oftentimes we say when it's raining it's bad weather, but without that bad weather all of these beautiful flowers wouldn't grow. Everything would be dead. Water is life, liquid energy. It is so important in our life. So realizing that rainy days are actually good weather, being conscious of what you are speaking into this world, and understanding that when you're calling something bad weather, that's not a good energy that you're setting out for yourself. The rain, the water, the life energy that creates all life, that helps every seed grow and grow to the light that we also need. You might as well say that when you don't like hot days, you say then when the sun shines, it's bad weather. But that's just our perception of that moment, of that feeling of what we experience. And may it feel sensory overwhelming and experiencing more negative, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. So when we experience gray, rainy days, which I totally understand that comes with other feelings than this overwhelming joy that the summer and the sunny days can bring, know that these days aren't bad days, but necessary days for things to be alive and growing and healthy. So this was one part of our vacation. It was just July, and I proudly also wanted to show you our garden that was growing, and it isn't perfect. It is still a learning project where I learned that I planted some seeds too late and then they didn't start growing, and then other seeds I planted at the right moment, the right time, and they are flourishing and blooming. And yet when I started waiting and see what would happen with a piece of land or piece of garden where it didn't start growing, by just being patient and look what nature would decide to do, there started still growing some seeds and flowers, and came other things that I didn't even plant. So with a lot of patience and trust, I just let nature decide whatever she felt that needed to grow here, so that all the medicine that we need are here. And I trust our Mother Earth in that. I enjoyed being with my kids, having marshmallows and being around the fire, telling stories was amazing. And just being together and hearing them say, "This is the best day of my life." Every time we make a fire, it feels for them their best day of their life, because they really enjoy. And I really also, with all my senses, enjoy like the dancing of the fire, the smell of the fire, the clicking sounds that it makes, the fire energy, and look at the wind blowing right now. Every element is so important, and every element in this earth can be a sensory, joyful, happy place inside of ourselves. We just have to open up and receive it, and remind ourselves to be consciously choosing to feel and fuel ourselves with sensory joy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you to also take this day to maybe go outside, no matter what weather it is. There is no good or bad weather. There is just weather. And to fill your cup with all of your senses. Smell flowers, feel the earth, touch the trees, touch nature elements. Look at the beauty. Meditate and open your spirituality. Hear the sounds of the wind and the birds. Maybe taste some berries while you're walking through nature. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day.